This is just a simple story of fate and love and happiness. It starts with a little girl named Charlotte Frank Wheatley. She was christened Charlotte because her father wanted that name, but she has never been called Charlotte. Her mum always called her Charly, and that is what everyone knows her as. Charly was born in London and grew up in Wembley, England. Charly worked in a bar in London where she met and got to know Schneider and Mark Stone. She became good friends with Gemma, one of the Stones' daughters. Schneider and Mark decided to immigrate to Australia with their 5 children and happened to settle in the lovely and remote seaside town of Bundeena, south of Sydney. They promised Charly that if ever she wanted a new life, they would always have a bed for her in their home. Well, lo and behold, one day Charly decided to take up that offer and she came to Australia on a working visa.
Alone in my room, I remember where you've been. Here comes that lonely feeling again.
Charly was adamant that she wanted a new life and wasn't fussed on having to return to England. When she arrived in Australia, she went to board with the Stones and blended into their happy, hectic and somewhat crowded family life in Bundeena.
Someday you're gonna know what it means to be lonesome. You're gonna want me back while I'm out having fun. Here comes that feeling again, and it ain't right. That lonely feeling that came to me last night. It hurts to see you in the arms of my friends. Here comes that lonely feeling again. I'm so lonely. I feel that feeling. Oh, it's hurting me.
Next, there was a little boy named Liam Kershaw Bagnall, born in Sydney, growing up in Penrith, Australia. Liam liked to travel, or as he would call it, go adventuring around the world. He loved his dog, helicopters, and had many good friends. Liam also started on a journey to Bundeena, where he had many fond memories growing up, as his grandparents had lived there. Liam had a bit of a bromance going on with his best mate, now brother-in-law, Adam. Liam and Adam spent much time together and did a fair bit of that adventuring around the world. Sometimes adventuring around the world just meant going on one big long pub crawl after another through different countries. Finally, Liam settled in Bundeena and got his dream job of being paid to fly helicopters. He also spent time doing building and renovating jobs in the Bundeena area and took much effort to become a Bundeena local. Now this is where the story gets interesting. Remember Adam, Liam's best friend, and now his sister Bronte's husband? Well, Adam was offered a chef's position at the Bundeena Bowling Club, also known as the Bolo. However, Adam chose not to take the full-time work offered because of family commitments, so he offered the Bolo position to Mr. Long, a Vietnamese chef whom Adam had worked with in Penrith. Adam did, however, choose to work at the Bolo on Monday nights. Now, another lo and behold, Liam and Mr. Long became very good friends also, and when Mr. Long went back to Vietnam to visit family, he took Liam with him for a holiday. Then one Monday, Adam's waitress couldn't make it into work at the Bolo. It just so happened someone suggested Charly, who had worked in bars, could help and do a shift for him. With 20 minutes notice, Charly went to work for Adam at the Bolo and fit in so well she was offered ongoing shifts. Then, after hearing Charly's story and of her current cramped living conditions with the Stones, Adam came up with a great solution for her. Now that she was working, Charly should just take up residence in his mate Liam's spare room and pay him rent. When Liam returned from his Vietnam holiday with Mr. Long, he came back to a boarder in his house. Yep, Charly. Both had lived semi-charmed lives and always wanted to explore the world and were both free-spirited with mature personalities. The plan at that point was for Charly to stay in Bundeena for a few months and then go fruit picking further afield to fulfill her visa requirements. Well, this is where fate, or something like it, took over. A twist of fate found Charly pregnant, and she was pretty upset for Liam and herself and the consequences that this may bestow on their futures. But fate is fickle, and the truth be, the situation became far from troublesome as it anchored both Liam and Charly into the roles of happy, nurturing parents in Bundeena. They soon discovered their life was blessed. They had an adorable newborn daughter they named Frances, very loving and caring families, a myriad of supportive friends, whilst living in the idealistic seaside community of Bundeena. A true love story blossomed for them both.
I never thought I would see Charly married, looking after a perfect baby, and even taking up cake making, says Charly's mother Mags. You never know what life has in store. We never thought we'd see our adventurous son, who has travelled the world and been in some very interesting relationships, settle down to domesticity. Charly and little Frankie have fulfilled Liam's life. We've never seen him happier, said Liam's parents, Carol and Larry.